My name is PHOTOVOLTAIC, and here's my colleague.
John Gabriel Okon.
We are both students of Cracking the Creativity Code course that is ongoing, and we're actually working on the part one, which is discovering ideas. And part of the things we need to do is to do this final project, and that's talking about bringing innovative ideas on bringing electricity to 1.3 billion people in the world.
Now, who needs it? Over one-third of the world population are desperately in need of electricity. This comprises of the third world countries, e.g. Africa and Nigeria in particular.
Yes, and further to really buttress what my colleague is actually saying, you can see from the energy consumption cartogram that the lighted up countries are the ones that are obvious on the map, but the ones that are not obvious, because when you look at Africa on that same map, it's already faded away. So it calls for a lot and an urgent attention on how to really provide electricity to the people within that continent, and that's why we're taking up this innovative idea to provide a solution.
Now, why do we need energy in Africa? It enhances life. It makes life much more easier and better. We have energy alternatives. Energy gives easy access to information and communication. It helps as well to enhance development in all facets of life. Energy creates good environment for creativity, and as well it brings about prosperity for the people.
Yes, and furthermore, we really want to really see something about how do because the question will be that how do we know there's a need? We need to really make people understand that there is a need in Africa. So now that's being Nigerians from the continent of Africa, and speaking from the African perspective, our country currently generates less than 1,400 megawatts of hydroelectricity, which is expected to serve 36 states of the Federation, 774 local government areas of both rural and urban dwellers, and approximately 180 million people. It is not enough. It is absolutely insufficient, and this is the reason why there must be a need to really give an alternative.
Now, the main reason why we're having energy challenges in Africa is because of the bureaucracies from the policymakers. The policymakers are basically not interested in what happens to the generality of the people. Rather, they are basically concerned about themselves and their families. So alternative use of energy is virtually not seen in Africa, and this is not good because energy brings about prosperity, it brings about efficiency and productivity in all areas of human endeavors. Now our policymakers have applied a kind of nonchalant attitude towards this development, and that is the reason why we have not been able to attain the level of industrialization back here in Africa, which is not good for the progress of the continent and the larger population of the people living without energy around the globe.
Yes, and the solution we're actually preferring is very, very direct. The solution is simply to introduce renewable energy sources such as photovoltaic, otherwise known as solar energy. And my colleague will definitely talk about the key elements of this idea.
See, like photovoltaic, as my colleague had rightly said, yearly the sun provides, energy can never be created nor destroyed. The sun, photovoltaic, produces between 85,000 to 120,000 terawatts of energy supply annually. And out of this, the only proportion that has been utilized by over 7 point something billion people around the world is just a little less than 16,000 terawatts. So what happens to the magnitudes of energy resources that is left on tap? And that's the reason why we're looking at the possibility of harnessing this energy, which is quite environmentally friendly, to be able to channel for the use of the people of the third world countries, Africa, and back home here, Nigeria especially, because we are in the midst of it. We feel it and we know it. We're speaking from the African perspective. These resources are enormous, so there's an urgent need to tap into these energy sources and harness it to the benefit of humans. Thank you.